Brilliant over by Abhi Chakraborty. Just one given away. 2 for 2 after 2. All twos on that.
Five dot balls each for both of them bowlers. Sarupam will continue. The reason they sent in Neeraj Yadav as well is because they knew Abir Chakraborty might bowl with the new ball. Look at that. Downright unplayable is when an off-spinner is bowling to the left-hander with the hard new ball. Turn and a lot of bounce.
Top class from Sarupam. Quick single will be taken of the next delivery though. The angle is not going to change because both batters are left-handers here. You'd want to pick up another win in this over. Shot of length this time, picked away on his leg stump. Neeraj Yadav and Shiv Shankar in the middle. Yadav yet to get off the mark. He's faced 8 deliveries.
This could be it. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. First runs for Yadav. In this over, you'll have to say Sarupam has just tried to do a little too much, which he doesn't need to because everything is happening off the surface. He has to continue to bowl the off-stump line. That's about it there. And from there, if they're picking up runs, it's up to the inner fielders. He'll have to be tighter.
Yes, with 2 wickets down, you'd expect the fielders inside the circle to attack, to have that intent as well. But they gave away 2 runs in that over, which could have been stopped. Good keeping. The ball kept low, but well kept at the end. It's 5 for 2 after the end of 3 overs. Good start for the Dihing Patkai riders.
That's our director, Brahma. Comes with heaps of experience in production. He's worked with all kinds of profiles. Now, of course, in this one, he's running the show. He's more than happy to just show them the ropes. Neeraj Yadav living dangerously. Well, against my will almost. Abir Chakraborty has been given a second over. But he hasn't given anything to complain, to be honest. He's kept it tight. That was good awareness from Neeraj. Once he kicked it, then he wanted to run. It's just strange. Half a shot. But there is protection there. Long on and deep mid was so very quickly.
Shiv Shankar on strike. Flowing batter, we have seen him play a long innings early on in this tournament. Scored more than 70 in that outing, if I remember correctly. Sixes and fours all across the ground.
Well played.
Nicely done.
These 2 overs of Abir could have been utilized once 2 right-handers were on the crease. They do have the services of Vikas Shetty as well. He concedes just 4 of his first 2 overs. 8 for 2 after 4.
Sarupam, rightly so, continues. This could go either ways this over though. We could expect some shots to be played because this is now the last 2 overs of the power play. Shivashankar on strike. The sun has come out suddenly.
You're right. Shivashankar looking a little more aggressive now. Has to be careful. Goes for the slog sweep against the turn. It doesn't matter. Massive ball striking from Shivashankar Roy. Takes the matchup on against the turn.
Yes, it was in his body language. A big shot was coming and that was a huge one from the bat of Shivashankar. Got to the pitch of the ball and got right in the middle of his blade as well. That ball kept on flying.
Sarupam pulls the length back and Shivashankar Roy so very mechanically also puts that in the gap. Why come back for the second run? Why come back for the second run, Neeraj Yadav? That is foolishness. Downright lack of awareness, throwing the wicket. Never ever a second run there. Abir Chakravarti, quick pick up, throw. Sarupam did the rest.
Well short of his ground, Neeraj Yadav. Bit of an anti-climax here. They were setting up after facing a number of deliveries in the middle, giving that wicket away at the end. Just scored 2 of 13 deliveries. That is also going to be playing in the back of his mind as he walks back into the pavilion. 3rd wicket down for the Brahmaputra boys.
Because the pitch turned square. It was because they were just impossible in thinking there was 2 of the leading edge. Every time a wicket falls, riders will become a lot more dangerous. The morale will be.
3 wickets have fallen and 2 massive runouts in those 3 wickets as well. 1 wicket to Sarupam. The big one of Pallav Das. And then some amazing fielding as well.
Yeah. Done him! Oh, you beauty, Sarupam! Turn kept low, Shivashankar Roy gone as well. The entire complexion of this match has changed inside 5 overs. Brahmaputra boys are 4 down, riders are right on top. It goes past the outside edge, hits the off stump. Shivashankar Roy will know this pitch is extremely difficult to bat.
What a beauty from Sorupam. He's a happy camper and a happy captain as well. Shivashankar departs. Now that's another huge wicket taken by Dihing Patkai riders. 4 wickets down, Brahmaputra boys. For the first time in this tournament, I might say that Dihing Patkai riders could beat Brahmaputra boys here.
Normally I tend to not be critical of the conditions on offer, because that's something not in our control. We are just here to call the game. But if you have seen the game since the start of this particular match, you'll have to say there's something wrong with the surface. 136 runs were scored, and you might argue, well, you know, one team got it. Why don't the other team gets it? It's their fault. But certain deliveries in no circumstance are playable.
And what is surprising is this is the same pitch that we used yesterday as well. Lot of runs were scored, more than 600 to be precise.
Which clearly means that was just cosmetics. And once you got through that cosmetic layer, whatever rest there is, that is just not good enough. That dismissal of Shivashankar Roy, how would you explain that to anyone? Was he beaten for turn? Was he beaten because the ball skidded on? No. He was beaten because the ball just never ever got up to the kind of talent pool that the Assam Cricket Association has. The amount of spinners that they have, the amount of top order batters who are thriving, they deserve, they really do, they deserve better playing surfaces. And it's not for us, it's not for great viewing, because this is of course great viewing. I'm pretty sure fans would love this contest. Brahmaputra boys being the strong side, they are now 4 down. Fans must be loving it, they're cheering for the riders. But for the sake of players, you need better conditions.
Well, I hope somebody's hearing you speak about the conditions that has been laid out today for this game especially, and the game that follow as well. Also, generally the surface has been a bit iffy in this tournament. We have had a couple of other surfaces that we played in as well. Favoured the bowlers, kept low. We had that awkward bounce we were talking about.
Which is fine, Diyush. Which we've gone around India covering leagues, and I don't think everywhere you get surfaces where you can bat. I think last time when I was in Pondicherry is supposed to be one of the best batting surfaces in India. But last time around, they had a little problem in terms of overusing those pitches, and it gotten slow. It was turning a lot. And there were slightly low scores there as well, which I don't think is extraordinary. It can happen. You're playing, 30 odd games at once in a span of 3-4 weeks. Supposed to get tired. That's fine. When you prepare a surface which just goes out on the second day, along with other surfaces which are already tired, that's when the problem.
Yes, that is pretty drastic. When you understand it's just for one day, and the second day you come and play another game on that surface, it's behaving so differently. Nipan Deka, who has been introduced into the attack, the first pace attack now in this second innings, has bowled well throughout the tournament.
And if you were to ask me what exactly is I think the problem with this surface is just inconsistency in bounce. Turn is still manageable, Diush. I mean, these players will know that it's going to turn. But bounce is something you can never ever prep for. No matter how good a player you are and how much ever you can practice, lack of bounce and extra bounce are just two things which batters cannot prepare. And you're just hoping that luck will be on your side and the ball won't keep low. And that is a terrible position to be as professional cricketers.
Well, I hear you, and I really hope that somebody's listening to you as well. But,
I mean, clearly, this is not because we are in the middle of a tournament, and I don't expect things to change right now. But it's a directive for the days to come, and for other associations taking up such a premier tournament, they'll have to make sure at least for that period in their calendar, they have surfaces that suit everyone.
now that we have got a match here in our hands, DPR batting first in that same pitch. That's in the air. Could be taken. That has been taken. What a catch that is. Brilliant stuff from the fielder there of Dihing Patkai Riders. The 5th wicket down for Brahmaputra boys. We could be in for an early close here.
Aman Chetri tracked the ball down. He was inside the circle. It's a little mad heave. And takes it. Holds on to it. Half the side back in the hut. Brahmaputra boys just sinking deeper and deeper.
Three ducks in that scorecard. And 5 wickets have been taken. This is unbelievable from the Dihing Patkai Riders in the second innings. 137 is the target. And in return, Brahmaputra boys have lost 5 wickets in the first 6 overs. Probably the lowest total in the tournament inside the power play as well. I'll get the confirmation. No, it's 12. Which was the lowest score. This is the third lowest, in fact, in the tournament, with 5 wickets down.
Most wickets lost for sure inside the power play.
That is for sure. And we're talking about the strongest batting team that is featuring in this tournament as well.
Well, you put out a surface like that, bring out your world top 5 and they will struggle.
Senglong has been introduced into the attack. Off spinner.
Should have bowled early. They would have been perhaps 6 or 7 down by now. With Raj, picks up one on the onside. What is that? And why are they looking like amateurs out there? Which they are not, trust me. Brahmaputra boys haven't lost a game so far in this tournament. Come this run chase, they have been outplayed by the conditions, by the spinners. And just something about their attitude is off. That was really close. And Gunjan Jyoti must be considering himself extremely fortunate to still be there.
Complacent, very complacent Gunjan Jyoti there. Almost giving away the 6th one. Senglong now to Gunjan Jyoti. Single, he gets off the mark. Rituraj will be back on strike. Senglong should fancy his chances against the left-hander.
I think there's one more twist remaining in this chase. And it will have to come in this partnership. If it has to.
Supporters of all ages in the cricket ground right now.
That's the other one. A little bit from the front of the hand. Supposed to spin away. Just held its line. See, that's why Senglong would have been an asset right at the top. But it doesn't matter. See, that one left the right-hander as well.
He's getting into his groove now, Senglong.
Picked away for a run through the offside. Seven overs are done. 22 runs on the board. It was just the off spinner that didn't turn. I thought it was the attempted carom ball.
What a time to welcome back KV into the commentary box. KV, the situation of the match. Second innings, chasing 137 to win this match. 5 wickets down, Brahmaputra boys. When was the last time you saw them in a position like this?
I don't think so. There was any such kind of a position in the last 4 games which they played. Yeah, they lost 1 or 2 wickets in the power play, but not the half of the side. And before I left the commentary box, I was saying that this is going to be a day where the best will be up against the other best. But yes, you have to say, not an easy surface for the batsman, more of a bowler's surface. But in these tough conditions, you need to find your way of scoring the runs. It's not that every day a bowler gets a good surface. Normally in T20 cricket you would see it's a bowlers, or it's a batters who enjoy batting on the surfaces. Bowler try to bring in something new. They try to bring in the slow one, the variations, the cutters, bowling wider from the angle, bowling away from the batsman, trying to vary the length. So if we can talk about the bowlers, that they don't get those surfaces. So what if on a certain day bowler gets that surface where it's helping them, then batsmen need to find their way of scoring the runs. And we've kept on saying you need to get to the pitch of the ball.
I second you, KV, completely. And to be fair to the Dihing Patkai riders, they also were batting in the same surface. They scored their share of runs today. 136 is what they posted. But it's been good bowling, I'd say, by the Patkai riders in the second innings. They were ultra attacking. Started off with off spin to the left-handers. What a wicket that of Pallav Das as well. Get a single this time, 25. And a couple of run outs, sloppy from the batters.
That is ununderstandable. I never understood what they were trying to do. Because you just, to steal a single, you thrown away a wicket, and without opening the accounts, they lost 2 wickets. That really told the story. And now, It's a phase where you see these two batsmen doesn't get that much batting. But we'll talk later. 8 gone, 25 for 5.
It's the bowling card. 5 bowlers have been used in the first 8 overs. Mostly spinners except for Nipandeka, who also came in and took a wicket in the first 8 overs as well. Now spinners are going to continue. They're going through their overs very quickly as well. Shenglong to Gunjan Jyoti, kept low. He has the mystery ball, Shenglong. We saw that in the last over, the ball going straight through with his arm.
Shenglong would be looking to break this partition, not let it be a long one. At the moment, these two trying to do with the singles is the best option. But you should not forget that if they keep on scoring 3 or 4 runs per over, the asking rate will climb up. And this is kind of a performance over here where Dihing patkai ride is needed. Show with the bat and then bowl, and they're glorious looking shot, but that's half stopped. That will allow.
Nice throw by the fielder there to the keeper, but the batter is coming back quickly enough to complete 2 runs. Very good looking shot. First shot that looked like it came in the middle of the bat. The timing was right there by Rituraj. There we go, the straight delivery. Bit of a carom ball from Shenglong. Nicely angled away towards the short third man fielder. No runs. 2 deliveries left in this over. 28 for 5. The run rate, the required run rate, has climbed up as we speak.
It will keep on climbing up if you don't accelerate. But the thing is how the thinking is being done over here by Brahmaputra boys, where they were trying to be too aggressive, and that's why they lost 5 wickets. And now these two know if they'll try to do the same, maybe then the things will get more worse. So they're just trying to take its partnership and then assess what they can do. At the moment, 9 gone, 29 for 5.
Number 6 and number 7 out there in the middle for the Brahmaputra boys. They found themselves in this situation for the first time in this tournament. 5 wickets down early on. Deepak will continue. He's going to bowl to Rituraj. We have a guest commentator as well in the box. Joseph from Australia.
Thanks, Deus, for that introduction. But I came all the way from Australia to see this game. I thought that we will have a good encounter. But now, at the moment, at the spinners, and I will tell you that I love runs on the ball, because that's what we are, that's the nature we have, and we love it. But it's always good to be back in India. And thanks for getting me over here for just a day.
Thank you, Joss. It was wonderful to have your company in the comm box. Shot delivery. Played away again, finds the fielder there. Josh, how do you find the weather here in Guwahati?
Looking today, this weather, it's a little bit lazy one. Generally, we love a bit of sun, but it looks like a cloudy. I think if later in the day, if you have a rain, don't be surprised. 21, looking to go big, but not a good work by the fielder, and they'll be looking to get back. No, just stays for a single.
Yes, that was Joseph from Australia. We'll get back KV on board. A single has been taken here. Gunjan Jyoti is back on strike. 32 for 5. KV, how was your meeting like with Joseph?
Hasn't met him yet, but yes, that's the meet I wanted to have it with him, but I will catch him later with him. But what a meet that is from Gunjan Jyoti to get it all the way for 6. And that is what we were talking about, to play a little bit late, a fraction late, let the ball come at